Imagine you could bring the dead back, one person, one chance. But there's a rule so simple it feels harmless: don't look back. Orpheus agreed. He walked into the underworld, and the entire story becomes one question. When the moment comes, can he trust what he can't see? Orpheus wasn't a warrior, he was a musician. His music could calm storms, tame wild animals, and make even stones seem to listen. In a world ruled by force, his power was something stranger. He could move hearts. And then there was Eurydice, not a goddess, not a queen. Just a life Orpheus loved so completely that the myth gives her one terrifying role: the person he can't live without. The tragedy is fast: a wedding, a celebration, a step into the grass, a snake bite, and the world flips. Eurydice is gone so quickly that happiness barely has time to become a memory. Most people grieve. Orpheus refuses. He decides to do the impossible: go to the underworld and negotiate with death itself. Not with a sword, with a song. He reaches the Black River. Charon, the ferryman, expects coins and silence, but Orpheus plays, and the rule of the underworld bends. Not because it's weak, but because even death pauses to listen. At the gate stands Cerberus. 3 heads, 3 throats, 1 purpose: keep the living out. Orpheus plays again, and the monster does something no one expects. It lowers its heads, and it lets him pass. In the underworld, punishment never ends. But when Orpheus sings, the punishments hesitate. Tantalus stops reaching. Sisyphus pauses with his boulder. For 1 heartbeat, suffering forgets its own name. Finally, the throne. Hades and Persephone, the rulers who do not argue with anyone. Orpheus doesn't beg. He performs the truth of his love. And for the first time, the underworld feels moved. Hades agrees. Eurydice may return to the living world. But there is one condition: Orpheus must walk ahead and Eurydice will follow behind. Until they both reach the surface, he must not look back. Not once. And so they walk, upward through tunnels of stone and whispering mist. Orpheus hears footsteps, or thinks he does. He hears nothing, and that silence becomes louder than any scream. This is the cruel genius of the rule. Orpheus cannot confirm she's there. No hand in his, no voice allowed, only faith. And the underworld knows exactly how to weaponize doubt. Light appears ahead, real light. The air changes. Orpheus reaches the final steps and tells himself, just a little farther. But doubt has already climbed into his chest. What if Hades tricked him? What if Eurydice isn't there? What if he's walking alone? And then it happens. Not a dramatic spin, not a heroic gesture, just one human glance. Small, desperate, automatic. Orpheus looks back, and in that instant, Eurydice is there, close enough to touch, reaching for him and already slipping away. She doesn't curse him. She doesn't scream. In many tellings, she simply accepts it, like someone who understands the rule better than the one who broke it. She fades, returning to the dead, and Orpheus learns the most brutal lesson of the myth: love is not always enough to undo a law. Orpheus begs to go back. The answer is no. The underworld grants favors, not refunds. He returns to the living world with his music intact and his life emptied. The irony is unbearable: the one person who could move the dead could not outplay doubt. Maybe this story is a warning about impatience. Maybe it's about trust. Or maybe it's darker than that: some doors only open once, and the human mind is its own underworld. Now tell me, if you were Orpheus, would you have looked back?